DreAllDay.com.
All right, so when we get into these positions, especially when we're talking about every position except point guard, I got to, first of all, throw a couple disclaimers. Aaron Collins from Erie, PA. Andrew Bogus. All right, I know you got that from Stephen A. Smith. But anyway, when we get into these positions, every position from the 2, 3, 4, and the 5, I got to throw out a disclaimer. All y'all understand that I know certain players get considered different positions. Like somebody might be a shooting guard and a small forward. Somebody could be a 3 and a 4. Somebody could be a 4 and a 5. So I know I might leave out somebody who you think belongs in the top 5 of a position. They might be coming up in the next top 5. So Ronaldo from the Bahamas, what's going on? Trey Tom, what's going on? Please hit those hearts. We got to keep the heart beating. If the heart's not beating, that's a flat line, and that's not a good thing. We don't need to pull out no defibrillators out here. So anyway, we getting into the shooting guard rankings. My top 5 players at the shooting guard position this year. It's going to be a lot of honorable mentions at this position. I already know it. And Sports Account said I should do player breakdowns. What do you mean by that? How would I break them down? But anyway, we're going to start with the shooting on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, this video is going on YouTube too, so I want to know what you mean by player breakdowns. So the top 5, first of all, we got to throw in some honorable mentions because there's a lot of guys who are going to go in the honorable mention position. Now it's 56. What's going on? Make sure y'all swipe to the right. Let your friends know we talking the top 5 shooting guards in the league for the 2015-2016 season. This is based on what they did last year and what I think they're going to do this year. Now, he means strengths and weaknesses. That would, I don't know, maybe that might be something that I do. That would probably require me to get some actual footage of the player and splice it into the video. And that takes a long ass time. Y'all got to understand that this stuff, showing the moves and all that. Y'all got to understand that those videos take a very long time to make. If you see people on YouTube doing those guys spend a lot of time putting those videos together. They don't just happen. Now, if I just get on here and just talk, I could do this all day. That's why I like doing the commentary videos where I just talk about stuff and we have an interaction. That's why Periscope is great. But as far as the editing and all that, I'm not a video editor. I know I done made damn near 5,000 videos, but I do very light editing. That's why I record the way that I do, so I don't have to edit. Like, I don't have to edit this. I'm just basically going to put it out as it is. But anyway, Q&A to Baller 22 came out yesterday, Saturday mornings. Q&A is every Saturday. So anyway, honorable mentions for the 2-guard position. First of all, let me throw out these honorable mentions. I'm looking through the list just to make sure I don't miss nobody. Honorable mention, DeMar DeRozan got to be an honorable mention. I like DeMar DeRozan. You know, I think DeRozan, I don't know if it was actually him, but like 3-4 years, he had messaged me on Facebook. Again, I don't know if it was actually him. I think it was him. It was like his fan page. But anyway, DeMar DeRozan, super athletic guy, made the All-Star game. Aitor from Curacao, I think that's how you say that. What's going on? Anyway, DeMar DeRozan made the All-Star game last year. His team had a first-round home court advantage in the playoffs. Him and Kyle Lowry was a great backcourt last season. Despite all that, I can't put him in my top 5 because I think these other 5 guys is going to have more impact and just be better players this season. Now, he might prove me wrong. Y'all let me know what y'all think of DeRozan. I know we got some Canada people in here probably. And I know y'all Canada fans ride hard for your team. I respect that. But I can't put DeMar DeRozan in my top 5. Another guy who's an honorable mention, Tyreke Evans. He actually had a pretty good season last year in New Orleans, played better than I thought he would. Know that Tyreke Evans actually led the NBA in drives to the basket last season. Out of every player in the league, Tyreke Evans drove to the basket more than anybody. And I like Tyreke Evans' game. His rookie year, I mean, he kind of basically just got the ball, got to do what he wants. That's how he got those stats in Rookie of the Year. But even since he's been in New Orleans, he's actually shown to be actually a good, serviceable player on a winning team. So I like that. Another guy who's got to be an honorable mention, breaks my heart to put this guy in an honorable mention, Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat is not making my top 5 this year. The only reason I'm not putting Dwayne Wade in the top 5, Blue Rain said Tyreke is better as a point guard. I agree. But he wouldn't have made my top 5 in that position either. But anyway, the only reason I'm putting Dwayne Wade outside of the top 5 because I don't know how many games Dwayne Wade is going to play. Can anybody here tell me how many games is Dwayne Wade going to play this year? So it's an 82-game season. Yeah, D-Wade ain't dead. D-Wade still ain't dead, as I said last year. You know, I forgot about that hashtag. I hadn't used it in a while. But I don't know how many games Dwayne Wade is going to play this year. I have no idea. Is he going to play 50? Is he going to play 75? Is he going to play 40? How many minutes is he going to play? Dwayne Wade just keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt. Every year for the last 3 years, the guy just keeps getting hurt. And when he's healthy, Dwayne Wade is a great player. He's one of the top 5 shooting guards when he's healthy. But how often is Dwayne Wade healthy? Does anybody know? We don't know what Dwayne Wade is going to do this year. Based on that, I could not pick Dwayne Wade over the 5 guys that I'm going to list, because I'm pretty sure these 5 guys are going to play more games than Dwayne Wade. So it'd be great to have Dwayne Wade on your team, but if he has a suit on and he ain't playing wearing the wows, the way of Wade's on the sideline, it ain't helping nobody. So I can't put Dwayne Wade in my top 5 for that reason. So people saying 50 games, 41 games, we don't know. Well, I didn't get to the Black Mamba yet. Let me get through the honorable mentions. Let me get through the honorable mentions. Yes, all time, Dwayne Wade's top 5. He is definitely top 5 all time. I had to say Jerry West, Jordan, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. He might be number 4 right there. So anyway, somebody said that hurt the list and I didn't put Dwayne Wade in the top 5. Well, you guys see who's in the top 5 first of all. Another guy that I think might battle for a spot in the top 5 based on his play this season. He's definitely not in now, but he might by this time next year is, let me try to pronounce his name, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak in Milwaukee. I seen a picture of him. Looked like he added some muscle. He added some bulk to his body. I think he's still learning the game. He's only like 20, 21 years old. They got a lot of talent in Milwaukee, so I'm not sure how much he's going to actually be able to get the ball. They got Jabari Parker. They got him. They got Chris Middleton. They got MCW now. I don't even know who they got in the front court positions. Jason Kidd is actually proved to be a good coach last year, so I don't know how much opportunity he's going to get to actually do his thing, but I think he has a chance to move up probably in the next year or 2 based on all the young guys they got, though. I'm not sure he's going to get that much stats. Oh, that's right. Greg Monroe's in Milwaukee. They're actually going to be a good team. But anyway, we ain't talking about the Bucks. Yeah, he's a 7-foot shooting guard. That he is. Also at the 2 guard, they got Kemba Walker here as a point guard and shooting guard. He wouldn't have made my top 5 in the point guard. He's not top 5 in the shooting guard, but I'll mention Kemba because I know he got a lot of fans out there. Who else? Bradley Beal, honorable mention at the shooting guard. Again, he's not the man on that team. John Wall is definitely the man, and Bradley Beal benefits a lot from John Wall's ability to get him the ball in the right spots. But he's not top 5. I don't think we got to explain that. So let's get into the top 5. Number 5. Number 5 player, Trey Tom, what is it you saying what to? What player are you talking about? Number 5, shooting guards this season. Number 5 shooting guard going into 2015-2016 NBA season has to be the Black Mamba, Mr. Kobe Bryant. Number 5. I got to put Kobe Bryant as number 5. And the reason I'm putting Kobe as number 5 over, people say Beal is top 5. So people are disagreeing that Bradley Beal should be in top 5. Is Bradley Beal better than Kobe Bryant? Y'all got to, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Bradley Beal is better than Kobe Bryant right now. I'm not basing on Kobe's entire career. I'm talking about right now, Kobe Bryant. Is Bradley Beal, would you rather have Bradley Beal on your team or Kobe Bryant? I got to say, I got to go with Kobe Bryant. Despite how good Bradley Beal is, I would not, if I'm picking a basketball team and Bradley Beal and Kobe is standing there, I'm not picking Bradley Beal. I got to go with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is number 5 over Bradley Beal. Yes, Kobe Bryant was injured last year. He was injured, but when Kobe Bryant is playing, I still think Kobe's one of the top 5 shooting guards in the league. He might actually, if he's healthy this year, despite his age, I think he could be better than some of the guys on the list after him. But, yeah, right now, I'm saying right now, I think based on what I saw last year and what I think he's going to do this year, based on last year and what I think they're going to do this year, which is all subjective based on what I think, and I could be completely wrong about this, I got to go Kobe Bryant number 5. Kobe Bryant, first of all, is the best player on his team immediately as soon as he puts on a uniform. Second of all, he's going to get to do whatever the hell he wants with the ball. Third of all, he's pretty damn good at doing whatever the hell he wants with the ball. Fourth, I got to put him over Wade because Wade is less healthy than Kobe, even though Kobe got hurt a couple times too. Kobe, again, is more dominant than Bradley Beal. Even a healthy Bradley Beal, Kobe is more dominant than a healthy Bradley Beal. And fourth, or is that third? I just think Kobe Bryant he can make more happen than any of the guys I put in the honorable mention. Kobe Bryant just makes things happen. A healthy Kobe is going to get you 22 to 24 points a game right now. 22 to 24 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. That's a guarantee. Kobe Bryant's giving you that no matter what. So I got to put Kobe Bryant as number 5. My number 4 shooting guard, let me make sure I got my whole Rambo Cool, what's going on. Let me make sure I got my list here. We got 1, 2, 3. All right. My number 4 shooting guard is going to be Mr. Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors. I'm putting Klay Thompson as the number 4 shooting guard. One reason is because Klay Thompson is obviously part of the supporting cast in Golden State. He's an all-star, great player, hell of a shooter, but he is supporting Stephen Curry. That's Stephen Curry's team. Klay Thompson is the number 2 guy in that spot. He's at the number 2 guard position, but he's number 2 on that team. Klay Thompson got to be the number 2 shooting guard. Shot 47% last year, 89 from the foul line, 23 points a game. He scored a lot of points. I think Klay could get up to 25 points a game maybe this year if he gets more touches or maybe just gets a little bit more assertive as far as looking for his own shot, despite all the talent that they got on that team. And he won a championship last year, so there's nothing wrong with his season. Klay Thompson, number 4 shooting guard. Number 3 shooting guard. I had an internal debate here trying to decide between number 3 and number 2, but the number 3 shooting guard is going to have to be Mr. Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. Now, I know with Paul George that they trying to play him at the 4. He was playing the 4. They had a preseason game last night. He was playing the 4. They got to stop that. Paul George needs to be playing either the 2 or the 3. Now, I know Paul George could be mentioned as a 3 or a 2. He might actually end up playing the 3 this year because they got him at the 4, so he'll probably end up being the 3 if that doesn't work out. But we're going to list him in the shooting guard rankings. Paul George, number 3, just because he missed a whole lot of last season, but last time I saw Paul George play, he was going almost bucket for bucket with LeBron James. So not exactly bucket for bucket, but almost bucket for bucket with LeBron James. I think he can get back to that level. I don't know how he played at the 4. I didn't even watch the game, but I saw the comments he made after the game that he didn't like playing the 4. He said it before the game, he didn't like playing the 4. And then after the game, he said it again. Like, I don't think the 4 spot is going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out either. Paul George should be playing on the wing. That's what he does best. He's 6'8", super long, super athletic. That's a skill. Why would you put him at the 4? I understand the whole small ball thing, but that's not the way it's supposed to work. No, get him off the 4. Paul George should not be playing the 4. At the worst, he should be playing the 3. Ideally, he should be playing the 2. They got to build the team around him. He's the best player on the damn team, not make him adjust to everybody else. But anyway, Paul George, I think, can get you 20 to 25 points a game. He's going to get you 6, 7, 8 rebounds a game. I don't know how much of a passer Paul George is, and with the team they got there, they got George Hill and Stuckey. Those guys had a ball in their hands a lot, so I'm not sure what Paul George is going to be able to do as far as creation, but he is clearly the best player on that team. He's the number 3 shooting guard. Number 2 shooting guard, Jimmy Butler, Chicago Bulls. Jimmy showed that he can be one of those guys who carries a team when Derrick Rose was out. Jimmy Butler can get you 20 to 25 points a game. He's super tough. He was going right there with LeBron James. He ain't LeBron James, but he's going right there with LeBron James the same way Paul George was in previous years. He can be a guy that carries a team, I think, if he was on a team that had that situation. On the Bulls, you got Pau Gasol down there, gets you 20 points a game. He needs his touches. Derrick Rose needs his touches. Derrick Rose is a lead guard. He's not a guy who just comes down and thinks pass first. Derrick Rose can score. So you got 2 other guys who could get you 20, and then you got Jimmy Butler there. So it's hard for him to really put his full force into getting all his points that he could get because he got other guys to share the ball with, and they got a winning team. But Jimmy Butler's tough as nails on defense, tough on offense. He can score on the post. He can score on the outside, off the bounce. He can shoot it off the catch. I like Jimmy Butler's game. I wasn't sure what kind of player he was. I didn't really know about him in college, but once he got in the league, he's definitely showed his game. So Jimmy Butler has to be the number 2 guard, and I think everybody knows who the number 1 shooting guard in the league is. I don't even think there's any debate based on last season's performance and what we think is going to happen this season. He just actually started his deal with Adidas. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Please swipe to the right, share with your friends. Hit those hearts. Number 1 shooting guard in the league is Mr. James Harden. The beard is the number 1 shooting guard in the league. 27. No, this is his projection. This is the projection for this year. They're projecting that he might average. I say he averages up near 30 points a game this year. Yeah, James Harden. Carried the Houston Rockets last year. He's actually proved to be a better player than I thought he was. I always knew he had game. I loved him when he was playing with OKC. Imagine they would have kept those 3 guys together, how that would have worked out. But that's a whole other conversation. When he was playing with OKC, I liked him. He was the 3rd wheel. Obviously, he's shown that he's good enough to be the number 1 guy. And I knew he had to get on the team to be the number 1 guy. Blue Rain said when he plays better defense, he'll be a great shooting guard. He actually got better on D last year. He wasn't terrible last year. He wasn't no stopper, but he got better than he was the year before when everybody was making the memes about him and all that. Somebody said Monte Ellis should get honorable mention. All right, so here's Monte Ellis' honorable mention right there. Now, as far as James Harden, like I said, he can average about 30. He's going to get you 6, maybe 7 assists a game. He's going to get you 5, 6 rebounds a game. And the guy's ability to just score on somebody in isolation, he is one of the best in the league at scoring on people in isolation. He just puts the ball on the floor, shakes you up, does his little dance. He could do his step backs. He's one of the best step back 3-point shooters I've seen in a while. He's just got that step back down pat. He can drive into the lane, how he puts his arms out there and gets you to foul him. He does that really damn well. He gets a lot of free throws just because he can get people to foul him and he makes his free throw shots. He can create his own shot against anybody. I remember that game they were playing against Cleveland last year. He was creating his own shots against LeBron, shaking up he shakes up point guards, blows past bigger guys, and can go toe-to-toe, bucket for bucket with wing guys off the bounce. James Harden, #1 shooting guard in the league. So that's my list of top 5. Let's do it again. Kobe Bryant, #5. Klay Thompson, #4. Paul George, #3. Jimmy Butler, #2. James Harden is the #1 shooting guard in the NBA going into the 2015-2016 NBA season. Trey Tom asks, is James Harden athletic? He's not sure what it is with. Yes, I do think James Harden is athletic. And sports account said I should make a video explaining his moves and how to do them. Yeah, somebody just said that in the previous video. Again, what I said is y'all got to understand that making videos using the footage from the games and then explaining it and then coming back and me doing it or something like that, that stuff takes a lot of editing work. So if y'all know somebody who's good at editing, who wants to do the editing part and let me just do the commentary, we can make that work. But as far as all that editing shit, I'm not one for editing. That is not my strong suit. I don't like editing videos. That's why I like doing commentary where I can just sit here and talk. All I got to do is trim this up, post it in, render it, and it can go up. Where I just like to make a lot of them. But if I got to edit, then I couldn't make as many videos as I make if I had to edit them the way that a lot of those get edited. He said, no, you don't need the footage. Well, you'd be surprised, sports account, how many people ask me where the footage is when I'm talking about moves and stuff like that, especially on YouTube. But anyway, we're going to get into the next one, which is going to be the small forward. So y'all got my top 5. Kobe, Klay, PG, Jimmy Buckets, James Harden. Let me know what you think. Well, in the comments, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think down there in the comments. We're going to get out of this one. We're coming right back. Top 3 small forwards, 2015-2016. Work on your game, Dre, all day. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.